The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Throwing now is Brady. That's complete to Tyler Johnson. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
That catch good for only a couple. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. To throw again on second down. Brady. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
He's down. I just realized my mic was off. Anyways, guess we can't go live on this. I don't know why.
To scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won the play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these
We'll just have to do this. They're going to go for a field goal.
They gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And Suckup will put this one right through, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field.
Let's go Gallup
need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. One play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at.
Let's get down there and score a touchdown.
Guys did, but there's still a place for it. I think that on this drive, after having thrown that
I think we're going deep for Cooper.
A little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break.
Prescott on first down, looking deep in the direction of Cooper. That is caught.
Touchdown.
It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, 48 yards. And the Cowboys on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
Right down the middle, Fly.
On the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
How do I kneel down? I wonder. That's all right. I like returning punts or kicks.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6.
This is unbelievable.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. On the draw, this is Fournette. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Neville Gallimore on the stop.
I don't know why.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Coming for you, Brady.
Fournette running right. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And that one off the mark, a little late with a throw.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it. And that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. He's got 1 touchdown pass already in this quarter, obviously looking for number 2, and definitely not playing the check down game.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Off the play fake, Prescott. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Not time.
So pass interference to call. That's going to set him up with a 1st down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead, he definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football. The officials letting the players know how the game's going to be called here in the 1st quarter.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Going Cooper or Lamb.
And again, it's Prescott. That is
touchdown.
Caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Zerline now for the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Go down the middle.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Excuse me.
Back now comes Tampa Bay. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the 1st half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Brady. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so and he will go down.
Down. Let's go, big guy.
Gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's
Wow.
also 4th down now. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A little juke. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Getting set to go again. We get a look at Amari Cooper as he heads back out there now. And his 2 touchdowns, a big reason they're winning right now.
So meaningful when you score.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Prescott to throw it. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And brought down, but not before
Cooper's
they're
my
inside
man.
the 25. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had.
Ah,
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200+ right now. And oh, he almost had his 2nd pick of the game. Probably should have. Yeah, he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Now Prescott. This is going to be intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Bucs are going to take possession here.
Knew I
It's a
shouldn't have gone there.
touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now left side on the swing pass. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going? They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely frees up your guys elsewhere. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down.
Down.
Randy Gregory. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. So Brady and the Bucs need to work a little magic. 3rd and long after that last sack. Back to throw. Brady. And with a flag down, he goes down.
Dang it.
So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out.
Yes, on the offense.
Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
Getting it out wide here to Bernard. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Into the first quarter.
After one, a 14-3 ball game.
Not bad. Bucs are a pretty good team. We'll return right.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Lamb to return it. Able to slither by. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most...
And this is caught.
Touchdown.
Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the
I'll
offensive
have to figure
line,
that out.
They need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game. I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there, hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw on target to Godwin here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker.
Let's
Maybe that'll help
go
them as they head towards the half.
there. Oh, yeah. Coming after you, Brady.
Brady now on first down. He finds his man Johnson.
Ah, I got a flag. Roughing the passer.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
Brady now on first down. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Dang, nabbit.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. That catch good for only a couple.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th. Succop's kick is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This is Tony Pollard. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the Cardinals' set of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
On second down, it's Elliott, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. Yeah, the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Here's Prescott. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big play here for Dallas.
Nice shot. Nice shot.
Now Elliott. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Again, it's Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys continue to pull away here in this first half. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Still got to figure out how to do
it. The
it.
drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And we shift the spotlighting Mike Evans. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe go to some jet sweeps. Anything to get him going.
Yeah, something to get in the ball. We'll see if they can do it. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front. That's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game, and they know it helps their team.
Brady will try again on second down. And the catch made by Johnson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Brady. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
No flag.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Osa Odighizuwa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
On the return is Lamb. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Amari Cooper and the Cowboys set to take over once again. We're in the second quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain him?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this situation, I would go ahead and double him.
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown!
I think maybe I have to up the level. Instead of rookie, we go up one. We may just call this game at halftime.
So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On play action, now Brady. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Dagnabbit. Let's just keep pressure on him.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Brady's throw complete there to Johnson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Now Brady. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2nd down and goal. Brady. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. He's at the 50, the 40, the 30, the 20. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
Lost steam.
What a play. The big man comes up with the
I
interception.
lost steam.
Charles, a nice little return, too.
Yeah, he's not going to make anybody forget Darrell Green or Rod Woodson, but look at him lug that thing. He decided it was his. A lot of people might have thought about lateraling it there. No shot. Trying to take it the distance.
Damn it. Gotta keep those out of there.
There, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Prescott now. He finds his target. It's Schultz. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Prescott,
Poop.
his 3rd interception. Picked off by Levante David. And the Buccaneers are going to get
I'm getting interceptions and Brady's getting sacks.
Well, baseball folks, Charles, they like to talk about the 3 true outcomes, a strikeout, a walk, or a home run. But for this quarterback, it's been the 2 true outcomes here. He's got 4 touchdown passes, but now a 3rd interception.
And it pains you to think that you have to try and tell him to rein it in. But at the same time, you can't just chuck it up there and hope for the best. And old school football coaches will tell you there's 3 true outcomes throwing the ball. and 2 of them are bad.
On first down, Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Brady. He'll drop this off for Bernard. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
So you got enough to get it downfield? Probably.
The final shot before half for Brady. It's complete. He's got Gronk. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 40. So we've come to halftime after a very There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the third quarter. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot. Pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard.
Dang it.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Johnson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches. And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Out of bounds.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Working with a 2nd and 3.
Ah,
now
dang it.
Whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Vander-ish.
He's a little too aggressive there from his Mike linebacker spot.
Sometimes you jump into gaps trying to draw them off sides. This time he tricked himself.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. The throw there by Brady, intended for Gronkowski, but incomplete.
Bring it up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Brady to throw. And looking again for Gronkowski. He's got it this time. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
To throw, it's Brady. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Let's go all the
First
way
possession
downfield.
of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field.
Dang it.
A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
On second down, Elliott.
Dang it.
Showed some strong running, but quickly corralled just beyond the 10-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Throwing, Prescott.
Lost it.
Intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
Tag nabbit.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got
What are you doing?
not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still.
Bruce Arians taking exception to that last call, and he's going to throw out the challenge flag. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Ah, dang it. Oh, well.
So for Bruce Arians, a good challenge as the results come back favorably. Extra point up and good by Succo. And that'll cut the lead down now to 22. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. Now Pollard. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
20 yards, 28 yards.
Amari Cooper and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would
Oh,
go to
shoot.
their general manager and say, is there any way we could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought.
Oh, come on.
Incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Prescott from the gun. He finds his man, complete. And Schultz, 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 66 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Haha.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Brady. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Evans. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
Brady's throw there complete, and they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off.
Dang it.
Game.
Touchdown!
Missed that one.
The touchdown pass to Chris Godwin. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Now Pollard. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on it? Oh, Prescott stripped.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches as we just saw him do there because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point of attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
1st down, Prescott. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Schultz. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action.
Under the 3rd.
Return with more after this
Not
break.
bad. Pretty decent game.
NFL on EA Sports. So
Let's see if we can't rack up a few more. 10 minutes.
Prescott yet again. Over the middle, complete. It's Schultz. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
Got the 1st.
Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Let's just drive it on in.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is
Easy peasy.
into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Chewo Olalulua taking it in from a yard out. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
How about... Yeah, I'll do that.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Back now comes Tampa Bay. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before.
And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll decide to
try
bring
again.
this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And Brady and the Buccaneers here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And Brady's throw there incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he will go down. The Cowboys sack. Neville Gallimore picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And this
11
offense,
yards.
they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Getting set to go again, we get a look at Amari Cooper as he heads back out there now. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. The Cowboys on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now Prescott. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Right down the middle.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Cowboys have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And that will extend this big lead.
Right down the middle.
Touchdown at Zerline. He'll kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before.
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Osa Odighizuwa getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Brady now to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. The Bucs on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever.
3rd and forever.
Now Brady. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Taking on the midfield logo. Oh, able to avoid him. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Amari Cooper and the Cowboys set to take over once again. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles,
Get the first.
and getting open for touchdowns.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
1st down run with Elliott, going to go for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Cooper. Gallup.
Here's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I'd area with them from week to week and be able to execute like this in all the
they're
rest
both
of their
on
games.
rookies, so.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again. This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Oh, darn.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Open man has got one. It's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Again, it's Brady. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Brady. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by
this is over.
And his guys are going to get the football.
I think we'll just run backwards.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
That's the game.
It'll wind up being a huge loss on the play.
Yeah.
And that's going to bring up a 2nd and about a mile here.
2nd, about a mile. How about the game is over? That's it.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't
70 to 20, not bad.
I mean,
but that was on.
That number.
That was on rookie. So.